Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. So today's question is on power of 4. So the question says that given an integer signed 32 bits, write a function to check whether it is a power of 4. So if we have 16, then it should tell us true. And that is because if we have 16, it's basically 4 raised to the power 2, which is 16. So it makes sense that this answer is true. The other example is 5. With 5, I'm not sure that with 5 we're going to get any value of 4 that will give us 5, so it's false. So what I'm going to use here would be using a Python library called math. So I import it as in. Then as usual, I would want us to copy the name of the function. I already solved this as well, so I often will try it before I start. So we have this, right? Okay, so now this is not a class in this case. All right, so we have is power of 4 as our function name, and then it takes an input. Then what do we want? We first of all want to find that this is the power of 4. We're going to use the concept of logarithm. So the idea is that if we have any number, let's say we have a number, log of, we want to find the log of 16 in base 4. We basically, this is a math imported function. So math, then log of the number that we want to find, then in what base, then this gives us 2. So the idea is that if we're able to find this and get an integer, then we can say that number is a power of 4. So that's the idea to solve this. So for instance, we're going to have power of n to be equal to math.log of the number, because that is the name of our number here, in which base we're looking for it in base 4. The idea will be that we wanted to return either true or false. So if it happens that this power of n that we have here is equal to, let's say, the integer of this, so we can have floor of this because this is a float, right? So which will be 2. So if it's equal to this whole thing here, we can have it here, but this is number. So if it's this, then what do we want? Actually, this is basically it. I could have written this function just one line of code actually. So if you have this, we want it to return true if this is true and false otherwise. Then we can run this, and let's say we want to test our function. So if we want to test our function, this is 16. Is it true? Yes, it's true. And for the 5, is it true or false? It's false. Good. And that's what we wanted. So I was saying I could actually rewrite this in one line of code by basically just having, we should return what? Return power of n equal to n dot floor of all of that, right? So we can have just one line of code, so this can go away. Then we have this. Oops, we have an error. Power n is not defined. Oh yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense because it's not defined because initially I had defined this power of n to be equal to this, and so if I am calling it here, that means I've already found this, so this wouldn't work as I expected it to. So let's leave it as we already had. Yeah, so this is the end for today's LeetCode challenge, and see you tomorrow. Bye bye.